in. Their office is located out of Waco, Texas, and they are an A-rated excellent company. They are very experienced in final expense, and they have very knowledgeable employees. You can call down there and talk to anybody down there, and they know what they're talking about. Their average employee has been there 17 years. Now, the two products we're going to be going over for the $115 and the $30 application fee are going to be the American Legacy product as well as the American Guardian. We're also going to hit real quick on the other products they do have, but with the $115 and the $30 app fee, that is exclusively for Summit Alliance for the American Legacy as well as the American Guardian. They do have it is easy to apply. There's no exam, no blood work, or no home office specimen. There is only a one-page application as well as a telephone interview. And the MIB and the pharmacy checks are performed in just a couple of minutes. And there is comprehensive field underwriting tools which you want to download on your computer or your laptop or whatever you may be using talking to your clients. There's a point of sale decision available and 3-day business turnaround time for new applications. Your policies are easy to customize. You've got optional riders such as your Grandchild Writer, your nursing home waiver of premium. There are no cost riders that are included, which is the terminal illness and the confined care, and we'll get into that more here in a minute. Your quoting tools. You've got a couple of different options for your quoting tools. You've got the phone quoter right there on your phone. You've got the mobile application. You also have the app drop, as well as doc drop. Pioneer America is easy to work with. They've got an agent e-file website. You get email notifications, direct underwriting access. So if you're in with a client and you've got some drugs that you can't find on your drug guide for some reason and you need to ask a question or they have a certain element, you can call down and talk to the underwriters and they can give you an answer right there over the phone. You don't need an E&O coverage, and they do have annual sales conventions and the commissions are paid daily. The products that are available, you've got the Easy Term, which is a simplified issue non-medical life term policy, 3 guaranteed level premium, 10-year, 20-year, and 30 years. You also have a return of premium plan that's available for the 20 and the 30-year term periods. It's a standard table 4. It's convertible up to the age of 75, so they can convert it to a whole life policy at the age of 75, and they don't have to have any evidence of insurability. The annual renewal to age 95 after the selected term period. They also have a real mortgage protection product. It's simplified issued, non-med term life insurance. You've got 15, 20, 25, and 30-year term periods you can choose from, and the premiums are guaranteed for the full term period. It's available with the return of premium benefit as well, which is pretty cool. After 20, 25, 30 years, you're still alive, you get all your money back. And then standard issued through table 4. You do have to have a mortgage, annual renewable age to 95, and it is convertible on or before the age of 75. Easy Universal Life. It's a simplified issue policy, age 0 to 75, and it goes up to $250,000. Minimum is $25,000, and $20 a month minimum premium, all ages. So your premium has to be at least $20 per month to write them. The interest rate consists of 3.2 currently right now. Issue standard through table 4 as well. It's either accept or reject. Premium rate classes, male, female, tobacco and non-tobacco, and the commission is based on the target premium within the first period or first year. Now the final expense legacy. That is ages 50 to 85, and there are 3 versions depending on the health questions and how they answer those. And we'll go over those questions here in a minute. They do have a graded death benefit, which pays 30% of the death benefit if the death occurs in the first year, and then 70% in the second year, and then of course after the second year, the third year, it's 100%. Maximum coverage is 20 grand, all ages. Their return of premium death benefit, that issue age is less than 65, pays return of premiums plus a 10% annual interest rate if death occurs within the first 3 years. After that, it pays 100%. Immediate death benefit, of course, that pays 100% of the face amount upon death. Maximum coverage is $35,000 from age 50 to 75. Ages 76 to 85, the maximum coverage is $20,000. And on all these, the minimum is $2,000. If the issue age is 65 or greater, pays return of premiums plus 10% interest rate. If death occurs within the first 2 years, after that, 100% face amount. Maximum coverage on that with all ages are $20,000. Pays 100% of the face amount if they die by an accident. Okay, here's the questions 1 through 3. If they answer yes to any of these, they don't qualify. You're going to have to go with another carrier that's a guaranteed issue policy. But it's, are you currently hospitalized, confined to a bed or a nursing facility, confined to a wheelchair due to chronic illness or disease? Your basic questions, if they answer yes to any of these, they don't qualify. If they're all no, then you go to the second set of questions. And if they answer yes to all these, it's kind of hard to see down there at the bottom. It's kind of messed up, but it says if anybody answers questions 4 through 7 is yes, they can get a return of premium death benefit. So you'll want to quote them that policy instead of the immediate, if any of these are yes. And then question 8, A, B, or C, if they answer yes to any of these, they need the graded death benefit. That's the product you would quote them on this particular one. If all of them 1 through 8 are no, you're good to go for the immediate death benefit. State specifics. Connecticut, no return of premium. Iowa, Delaware, Maine, New England, North Dakota, Pennsylvania, South Dakota, you do not have a return of premium. Vermont and Wisconsin, you can sell there, but you need to be contracted with Occidental. In Minnesota, available with American Amicable. So depending on your state, when you get contracted, we'll let you know, okay, you're in Minnesota, so you need to be American Amicable versus the Pioneer or the Occidental. And then this is not available with New York, Washington, New Hampshire, Montana, and Michigan. Your riders that you can add to these, you've got a Grandchild Writer, also covers their grandchildren. And that provides $5,000 per unit on each grandchild through the age of 20. It's available in 1 or 2 units, so you can give them $5,000, another $5,000 for a total of 10. And what's cool about this, it's convertible to $25,000. So when you're talking to your clients, if they got kids or grandkids that they want to put this on, it's a great product because kids, you know, are a little rough. Sometimes they'll be in a car accident in certain situations, and then, you know, if they become confined to a wheelchair, they can never have life insurance. But if they have this, no evidence of insurability, up to $25,000. And it's $12 per grandchild per year per unit. So it's pretty cheap, $1 a month. In the event of the death of the primary issued or insured, the coverage under this rider will be paid up fully. The nursing home waiver, a premium rider. This waives the payment of the policy premiums if they are confined to a nursing home for 90 consecutive days. That's between ages of 50 and 85. The rider coverage duration is the same as the base policy, and it's available on the immediate death benefit plan only. The feature rider is available only in the immediate and the graded death benefit plans. No return of premium. Child insurance agreement, you can add that rider, and then an accidental death benefit rider in case the event of the death of an accident. Your no-cost riders that are already included in this particular product is the terminal illness accelerated benefit rider. They can receive 100% of their death benefit when insurance has a life expectancy of 12 months or less. So if they got a $20,000 policy, they can get all of their money up front. Accelerated benefit riders for the combined care, full-time, permanent resident in a nursing home. They get a fixed monthly payment of 5% of the face amount every month if they want to choose that. Your sales materials, once you get contracted, or if you are already contracted, you're going to want to download this on your computer, the applications, the brochures. What's most important is the agent guide. You want to have that agent guide on your laptop so you can refer to that when you're talking to your clients. You've got the Grandchild Writer, Nursing Home Waiver Writer, brochures, quoting sheets, and the HIPAA Form 15.9 or 9526. The underwriting is no medical exams or blood work required. Easy application. Medical Information Bureau, the MIB, is pulled right away. They do a pharmacy database check, telephone interview, all sales except for the return of premium. Point of sale option, which is preferred. You'll want to do the point of sale call, or you want to do the call while you're there at the house. And then they got a pretty liberal bill chart available in different languages, so you can get this in Spanish as well if you're a Spanish agent. Guidelines, you're going to have the medical listing. You want to have this downloaded on your computer as well. That way, if you've got somebody that has a certain prescription, you can go and take a look at your plan guide or your medical guide, and you can see the plan eligibility down here on the bottom right, where it'll let you know, hey, they're on this particular medication. You need to apply them for the immediate return of premium. The impairment guide is also on there. If they answer a question yes, you can go to this guide and say, okay, well, they had congestive heart failure. Have you ever been medically diagnosed, treated, or taken medication for? If they answer 6, then you go on here and say, okay, it's going to be the return of premium that I need to quote them on because that's what they're going to qualify for instead of the immediate. And their build chart. It's pretty generous. You can have somebody that's 5'9" and 298 pounds and still get them immediate policy. And then 299 to 312, you'll want to do a graded. And then 322 pound to 335 pound, you'll want to do the return of premium. So it's a pretty liberal chart. The telephone interviews are pretty simple. It's the point of sale. You call the company, and they'll ask the questions to your clients. All interviews are going to be recorded. It's a toll-free number, and when you call, you identify yourself, the company, and the product you're applying for, which is going to be the American Legacy in this case. And then the applicant completes the rest of the interviews on their own. You will want to let your clients know when they ask a question to answer yes or no. No specifics are needed. If it has, after you do that, indicate that on your application that, hey, the interview has been completed, and those results are going to be transmitted to the home office electronically. Okay. To order supplies, when you go into your back office, this is what's going to pop up, and you simply go to order supplies, click on that button. What'll pop up is enter your state you're wanting the supplies for, in this case, the American Legacy, and hit continue. And it'll pop up everything that's related to that product. You can view it or print it, or you can order it, add the number of quantities that you want here. If you want 10, put 10, and they'll send those to you. For your new business, when you fax it in, you'll have a new business fax cover sheet. You'll want to submit this with your business, fill out the required information. Now, if you do not do the interview while you're in the house, which I would highly recommend doing the interview while you're in the house, but if you, for some reason, cannot, you have to leave or they have to leave, there's a point of sale You're going to submit that on your application stating, hey, this has not been completed, and provide the applicant's phone number and what is the best time to call. And what they'll do is they'll call the applicant and they'll schedule an interview and a time to get that taken care of. And then the results of the interview will be transmitted to the home office electronically. Now, when you're looking at your drugs, if they're on drugs, you have all their pill bottles in front of you. Congestive heart failure, there are 222 different commonly used medications that they can be used for. So you'll want to definitely know, hey, you've got this congestive heart failure in medication. Are you taking that for high blood pressure? If that's the case, okay, then you're good to go. But they'll need to double check and cross check that you're using the right information on your application to let the home office know that, hey, this is only for congestive heart failure, or this is for blood pressure, not for a heart attack. And then the same with the COPD. That can be used for 13 other problems that they may have. Seizures have 7, and then Parkinson's disease has 7, and seizures has 12. So you need to be specific when you're asking about their medications and what they're using for. Okay, if you write an application on an individual within 6 months of the first policy being issued, which increases the face amount allowable for that age, medical records will be needed to be obtained by the individual, by the underwriting department. What's cool about this is your Social Security is sent to people's account on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th Wednesday of each month, so you can indicate that on your policy on which day. That way, there's never going to be a insufficient fund. The 3rd Wednesday falls on a 14th. The 3rd Wednesday of like September ends on the 18th, so they're all different days. So when you indicate the first Wednesday, 2nd Wednesday, 3rd Wednesday, whatever it may be, that actual premium is going to be taken out the same day that their Social Security check hits their bank. So we've gone over that. This is the family plan for the American Guardian. This is for people 0 to 49. It's a whole life policies. There's 2 versions depending on how the health questions are answered. You've got the immediate death benefit, which pays 100% of the face amount immediately, and the coverage is up to $35,000 from 0 to 49. You also have the return of premium death benefit, which will return the premiums paid plus 10% annual interest if the death occurs within the first 3 years. The maximum coverage is $20,000 for 18 to 49, and it pays 100% of the face amount in the case of an accidental death. On this particular product, there is no phone interview. Same medical questions as pretty much every other product out there. Have you been treated, diagnosed, or have AIDS, ARC, your basic questions? If they answer yes to any of these questions, they are not eligible for this particular product. And then 7 through 9, if they answer yes to 7 through 9, they can get the return of premium death benefit only. If they're all no, then you're good to go for the immediate death benefit. State specifics. Here are your state specifics. Same as the other one. Your different riders, you've got the accidental death benefit rider, the children's insurance agreement, spouse term rider, waiver of premium benefit. The no-cost riders, of course, are the same with the terminal illness, as well as the accelerated benefit rider in the confined care. You want to get your sales materials as well downloaded onto your computer so you have those handy when you're talking to your people. No medical exams or blood work is needed. Easy application. MIB and prescription checks are done. Telephone interviews age 40 to 49, they can be done at the point of sale. So it's just between 40 and 49 you need to do the telephone sale. Others you don't have to worry about. And their bill chart is also pretty lenient. The field underwriting tools, same as the American Legacy. You got the medication guide, the impairment guide, and then the bill chart. And you can customize for the family plan. Third-party payers, they do not accept American Guardian applications when there is a third-party payer involved, or the applicant is 30 years old or older. It is defined as a premium payer other than the primary insured, the spouse, or a business partner. Examples would include like a brother, a sister, in-laws, parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousins. The rule does not apply on final expense products ages 50 to 85. We do have our third-party payer rule: adverse claims experience, poor persistency, and anti-selection. If you're not contracted or if you have any questions, you can get a hold of either Mark or myself. I'm ray.l@summitallianceadvantage.com, number 866-212-4196, and Mark Figueroa, mfig@summitallianceadvantage.com. So if y'all have any questions or if you need to get contracted, please give us a call or shoot us an email. If you got any other questions, just shoot us an email and we'll get back with you in a timely manner. All right, we appreciate it, and good luck out there selling.